Are you PCSing to Fort Campbell or moving to Clarksville, Tennessee? Well, choosing the wrong school could affect your child's education, your commute time, and even your home resale value. Hey y'all, I'm Sandretta Green, Air Force retired veteran, military relocations realtor, helping unaccompanied and accompanied military and civilians relocate to Fort Campbell, Clarksville area, the Middle Tennessee, Memphis, and North Mississippi. So let's get started. Point number one, understanding the Clarksville-Montgomery County school system. In this part of the video, it is really crucial because we're going to talk about the school zones, your residents, and how that ties into your child going to different schools, the Purple Star programs, and then just the support that you'll receive at the different schools located near Fort Campbell. So we're going to look at this chart right quick. So let's go ahead and check that information out right now. School zones matter. Clarksville-Montgomery County schools use a specific zoning boundaries to assign students to schools. So this zoning, it determines the school that your child can go to. So we always need to verify before you buy a home or before you rent a home, which school district your child will be authorized to go to. So we want to check with the school first and see what school you want your child to go to. And then based off of that, then you pick the school. Why your home determines your school. Your child will attend a school assigned to your address. So basically the address equals the school assignment. So once again, if you fall in love with a home or a community, it may not fall within that school district for your child to attend that school. So that's why it's important to just verify that. And there's no guarantees. Boundaries change all the time. There's a lot of new construction going up. So you could very well be next door to someone and their child is going to a whole different school district or school than your child. So we definitely want to check that because, like I said, it changes all the time. So the Purple Star schools, some of you may be very familiar with this already. These schools are recognized for their commitment to supporting military-connected students and families. It helps the students to transition easier. They have staff that are very supportive and a lot of resources and just a very military-friendly environment for your child. You know, my son, he grew up in a lot of military schools and having to move all the time. And, you know, they didn't always have this stuff accessible and available then. And so the military schools and the schools around the military bases, they're doing a very great job with that nowadays. And then military student transition support. Purple Star schools offer programs to support and help military students transition smoothly, academically, socially, and emotionally. So like I said, they definitely, you know, have stepped up their game. They have dedicated point of contacts to help with this and they have programs, and these people are trained to help the students transition. They have the resources and the training needed to support your students all around, and just helping your students feel, or your children feel, safer and more supported and more comfortable, because we know students can be, you know, moved around so often that they go to 2 or 3 schools within 1 year. So that is very dynamic to military children and military students. And so it's great that they have this information and this support system for our kids nowadays. If you're planning to PCS to Fort Campbell or move to the Clarksville area, I have created a military and just a relocations guide for anyone moving to the area. Go ahead and take some time in the description or in the pinned comments. There is a guide specifically for you. It's a free guide. It's going to give you tools to help equip you and inform you well before you even get here. I cover VA home loans. I cover information about the neighborhoods, the community, housing, commutes, you name it. There's a lot of great information in that guide to help you smoothly transition and to educate you well before you get here. Now let's get back to it. Point number 2, the top schools near Fort Campbell. In this part of the video, we're going to discuss the elementary schools, the middle schools, and the high schools so that you can see the report card rating according to niche.com. My sources are in the description and in the pinned comments. Things change. So I want you to be able to have access to the source so that you can research for yourself as things change. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the slide. We're going to pull it up so that you can read and just follow along as I discuss this information, and so you can have it readily accessible for you. So the top elementary schools near Fort Campbell: Rossview Elementary. The state grade is a B. It is not a Purple Star school, but it has strong academics, above average overall rating. And then Sango Elementary, it is a state grade of an A, and it is a Purple Star school, and it's listed as one of the top elementary schools in the district. Then we have East Montgomery Elementary. It is an A state rating, but it is not a Purple Star school, and it's frequently shown as one of the top district schools in the area. Then Carmel Elementary, it is a C rating. It is a Purple Star school, and despite the C rating, the reviews are showing that it is placed at the top 10% statewide. Top 10% statewide. So definitely go ahead, look at the reviews, call the schools, interview with the schools, because despite of the C rating, it could definitely, like they say in here, it could definitely suit you and your family, and it is a Purple Star school. So next we have the top middle schools near Fort Campbell, and we have Rossview Middle School. It has a B rating. It is not a Purple Star school. It's in the top 30% in Tennessee and has an above average reading and math proficiency. Then we have Richview Middle. It's a B rating, and it is a Purple Star school, and it's at the top 50%, and it's above average in the math and in the reading. The reading is near average. Then we have the Kirkview Middle School. The state grade, is an A. It is a Purple Star school and one of the A-rated schools in the district. So that is really, really awesome. And then last, we have the top high schools near Fort Campbell. Rossview School is a state rating of an A. It is not a Purple Star. And then we have Kirkview. It is an A. It is not a Purple Star. And it is a newer school. And we have Clarksville High School, and it is a C rating, and it is a Purple Star school, and the mid-range performance, but it's recognized to be very military friendly. So once again, like I said, go ahead and look at those reviews, call the schools, interview with the schools, because despite the lower rating, it may be the best school for your children. So if you're PCSing to Fort Campbell or relocating anywhere in Middle Tennessee, I post videos every week to cover the cost of living, housing tours, neighborhoods, schools, VA loans, you name it. I'm posting videos to help you relocate smoothly and to be educated before you get here. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of my videos that come out every week. Now let's get back to it. Point number 3, the best neighborhoods for families that have children that are going to be going to school in the Clarksville area near Fort Campbell. So in this portion of the video, we're going to cover the different neighborhoods that coincide with the school zones that we already talked about, the different schools. So let's take a look at this chart. Rossview, that is a community, and we talked about the school that is there. It's a family-friendly community near the school zones of Rossview schools, rated at a B and an A. It's convenient to Fort Campbell, shopping and dining. So excellent schools, easy commute to the post, and a lot of parks, amenities, and community events going on all the time. Then we have Sango. It is zoned for Sango Elementary, the A rating school. It's a growing community with newer homes and great amenities. It has the top rated elementary school, a lot of new construction options, and family friendly amenities. Then we have the Kirkview community. It's zoned for Kirkview schools, rating an A rating for most of the schools, and it has established communities with strong schools and active neighborhoods. It's very quiet and a well-established communities. Has a lot of community parks and green spaces. Then we have St. Bethlehem. It's a private Catholic school option with small class sizes and strong academics. So for those of you that would prefer faith-based education, definitely this is a school option that you for sure would want to check out. And if you prefer smaller class sizes as well, that's definitely an option you want to check out. Strong community and values you're going to get at this school and in this community. Then we have Tiny Town. It is an historic area near downtown, zoned for strong schools. It has unique charm and it's conveniently access to everything, conveniently located near everything. It's close to downtown and the River Walk, walkable, unique areas, great parks, and local eateries. Point number 4, things that military family members should consider before choosing a school for their child. So let's take a look at this chart. Commute to Fort Campbell. I covered a great video that I'm going to have queued up right after this one so that you can check it out. That video covers all the communities that we just discussed and the commute times to the gate, to all the amenities and so on and so forth. Look at these schools and make sure that they have the after school activities that your children are interested in. Some of the schools, they may not offer the options that your child is interested in, whether it's music, whether it's soccer, whether it's debate clubs, you name it. So just check that stuff out before moving here and before choosing a school. Then transportation. Know how your child will get to and from the school each day. Are there buses available, bus stops near the home that you're choosing? Will they need to carpool? Will you be driving them to and from each day? And then checking the traffic patterns, because near the base, you're definitely going to be caught up in that installation traffic of soldiers and civilians going to and from the work each day to Fort Campbell. So that's something that you need to definitely consider. And then special education resources. Ensure the school can meet your child's needs. And that they're going to get the right support. I would call the school and I would even interview with the school before, choosing that school and before and making sure that community is going to be near the school of my choice to provide my kid with the support that they need. And then sports and clubs. There's different sports and clubs for different schools. So definitely check into that. If there's academic interest, if you're looking for AP, college prep, academic prep, definitely get with the schools to see if they offer those programs or those things for your children, because I'm sure it's very important to you. It was always important to me. So you want to check that in advance. And then military student support. Are there Purple Star schools? If that's important to you, I know that definitely would be important to me. I wish I had that when my son was going to schools. So looking for the Purple Star schools. We've already covered that in the earlier slides. So definitely, you have the information there now, but I would just still check it and make sure they still have that accreditation, because things change. And then understanding that the future resale value of your home, it lies heavily with these school districts and, being surrounded by good schools. If it's a top rated school, that is definitely going to attract buyers that have children. And then that's going to be a better investment for your future. Knowing that if it's in a good school district, good school zone, then the resale value is going to hold and it's going to be easier to sell. So that's some great information that you would definitely should consider before choosing a school and before buying a home. Point number 5, common mistakes families make when choosing schools. Let's take a look at this chart. because it may surprise you. Buying before checking school zones. The home of your dreams might be zoned for a different school that you may not even want. So verify the school first. Make sure it's zoned for the community that you want, because the last thing we want you to do is fall in love with this home and it's not even zoned for the school district that you want. And then trusting outdated online rankings. Like I said, I have the information in the comments below. Definitely go ahead and click on those links and verify that information. But also, I would check, I would view the school's website. And then if you have to call the school district, definitely do that as well. But definitely double and triple check that, because things change all the time. And then ignoring commute times. So many times I've seen people buy homes, and because of the traffic patterns or new construction or roads that are out or gates that are closed, you name it, that ends up adding to your commute time, and that could be a deal breaker. So we definitely, when you come for your house hunting days and go ahead and view that video that I have at the end of this video, and it will give you the commute times and the information. But when you do your house hunting days, we will definitely do dry runs. I would say come during the week as well, so that you can see the traffic patterns with the base, with the gate, with the post, and just checking that information. And then not visiting neighborhoods. I always say come early. When you come, we will meet. You come for a full day before we even meet. Check out the neighborhoods of this areas where we were going to tour the homes. And then you'd be surprised. There's a lot of times people the next day we meet and they're like, you know what, we drove around that community and we do not want to be there. So visit it during different times, and talk to the neighbors as well. Talk to them, because neighbors are awesome with helping you choose the right community. And then waiting too long to enroll. A lot of times people are waiting on their orders. And I always say, do not wait. As soon as you get that assignment, start looking at schools and go ahead and enroll your kids in the school, because popular schools with great programs, they will fill up fast. So know the deadlines, know the requirements, get on those school websites and research that information. Those are some common mistakes that I want you to be able to avoid. So I know this video has helped you. It's informing you about the schools, the communities, you name it. All this information is helping set you up for success before you get here to the Fort Campbell and Clarksville area. So if you got orders, or you know that you're going to be relocating here, definitely go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't already done so, hit that bell below and subscribe so that you never miss out on any of my weekly videos. I post videos here week after week. I do home tours. We talk about the VA home loans. We talk about the communities, housing, traffic, you name it, the commute times. We prepare you before you get here and before you get orders. So go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any questions, you need more information, go ahead and do that. And then I have my calendar link in the comments below, or in the pinned comments and in the description. You can book a Zoom call specifically with me, and then you can call me. My information is in the pinned comments as well. Some of you want to book a calendar invite. Some of you may want to call or text me. You may have questions. Feel free to do that. And then I have two links below. One if you're selling a home and leaving the area and you're PCSing, and one if you need to buy a home. So there's two strategy session forms that you'll fill those out, and myself or my team member will get with you and book your free home buyer or home seller strategy session. So, and also if you know anybody that's relocating to the area or that's leaving and they need this information, definitely get it to them so that we can assist them in their home buying and home selling strategy. So I just want to thank y'all for tuning in here week after week. I look forward to assisting you as you relocate to Fort Campbell, Clarksville area, or anywhere in Tennessee and in Mississippi. And I just thank you so very much. And you have an amazingly awesome day. Peace.